Hi, this is Yoga with Domini and I'm Domini. This is one of the videos out of 5 in the positivity and gratitude series that I'm doing. Hopefully you've done the others, or you will be doing the others, because they all focus on different things throughout the 5 different videos. This one is going to be a positive mind flow. So we're just trying to bring a little bit more positivity into our mind. Negative thoughts, they come and they go. You shouldn't be shamed for them. You shouldn't shame yourself for them. Don't berate yourself for feeling negative about anything, because things happen in life, and even when stuff doesn't happen in life, sometimes you might just have one of those days, and that's fine. Feel those feelings, don't shame yourself for them, but try to bring yourself out of that wherever possible. So I do have an affirmation, which is I am happy, healthy and surrounded by love. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. You can think of your own one, that's absolutely fine. One word or a sentence, whatever, or you can just think about what you're grateful for and what's positive in your life. And what I'd suggest, which I'd like for you to do if you want to, but you absolutely don't have to, is to put some music on, put whatever music you love on, because that will help significantly. Music is brilliant for bringing us our mood up, making us feel happier, more positive, especially certain types of music. So if you've got any music, if you just want to pause this video now and just go and sort out your music and put that on just low in the background so you can still hear me. Okay, so I'll stop rambling on about all that sort of stuff. We will start in butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, knees out wide, like butterfly wings, and we're just going to flutter those wings. So you just want to pulse your knees up and down. You can do that quite slowly and then progressively get a bit quicker if you want to. And while you're here and you've got your feet in front of you, you might just want to give yourself a nice little massage while you're here. Just give yourself a little bit of self-love there as well. That should hopefully increase the positivity. So I know it doesn't feel as nice having a foot massage from yourself as it does from someone else, but it still feels pretty good to just relax you and just hopefully make you feel just a little bit more positive. And especially if you're doing it for yourself, it's just that self-love positivity there as well, isn't it? And just remember that affirmation. I am happy, healthy and surrounded by love. And you can close your eyes while you're doing this if you want to. It's entirely up to you. I am happy, healthy and surrounded by love. And just make sure you remember to breathe. And then we'll go into a tabletop pose. And we're just going to do some cat-cows. So dipping the belly, lifting the gaze. I usually breathe in at this point. And breathe out as I curve the spine up towards the sky, chin to chest. But remember, you can breathe however feels natural and good for you. Think positive, think what's good in your life, what are you happy about, what is there to be positive about, even small things like having a roof over your head, being able to just go down to the supermarket and get food. Just little things can even help, you know, thinking about how good your life actually is in just the small ways can help you to be a little bit more positive about stuff. And after you've finished this next round of cat-cows, just come back to a neutral spine, flat tabletop position. We're just going to go into a modified side plank. So I'm going to bring this right foot off the mat and just swing it over towards the right a little bit to use like a bit of a kickstand, and then just come onto this right knee and right hand, left arm up to the sky, modified side plank. You can always bring this foot off the floor if you want to, this left one. I'm going to leave it down though. And then we're just going to do a very, very mini little baby wild thing. So I just want you to bring your shoulder back basically behind you, just a little back bend, arm behind you instead of straight up. And back to centre. And we'll do that on the other side. So that modified side plank. Breathe in and then breathe out as you do that little baby wild thing. And then back to centre and onto the other side. So we're just doing like a little dance, I guess. Side plank, baby wild thing, back to centre. Side plank, baby wild thing, back to centre. Just one more each side. And back to tabletop pose. And then we're going to go into down-legged, down dog, downward facing dog. You can pedal it out for this first one if you want. And then three-legged dog, left leg up to the sky. Just stack those hips and bend the knee. You can do some ankle rolls if you want to. Just try not to twist the upper body, so you're like this, looking underneath your left armpit. Try and keep your shoulders squared, so straight. And then bringing this left foot up to the outside of your left hand, so not in between the hands at the top of the mat, to the outside of your left hand at the top of the mat for lizard pose. And we're going to stay in this high variation. If you don't like that, you can always bring your back knee down to the floor, but I'm going to stay in this high variation because I'm going to rock backwards and forwards and get a bit more of a wrist and ankle warm up. And then I'm going to go into Cleopatra pose. So leaning onto the right hand, bringing this left leg back a bit. So I'm on the edge of my right foot and on my right hand, using this a little bit like a kickstand, keeping my hips up, hand up. And back into downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side, so right leg up, three-legged dog. Do some ankle rolls. Bring that right leg up to the top of the mat, but on the outside edge of the right hand for that lizard pose, that high lizard pose, and just rock backwards and forwards. And then we're going to transition into that Cleopatra pose on this left side. Back into downward facing dog. And then knees to the mat, and I'm just going to come down onto my front for bow pose. If you don't like bow pose, you can always just do locust or half locust if you want. So locust pose would be hands down at your side, just lifting your chest and your feet and shins and knees off the mat. Or you can just do half, so just do the top half or the bottom half. What I'm going to do is bring my heels towards my bum, reach round and grab my ankles with my hands, and then lift everything off. So I'm basically balancing on my lower belly, pubic bone type area. Try not to let your legs splay out, keep them in. And you should get a nice shoulder stretch as well here. Keep your gaze down towards the mat. And release. And then we'll go into a child's pose. For just a counter stretch there. Nice little counter stretch to that back bend. And up into tabletop, and then we're just going to bring our right leg up in between our hands at the top of the mat for a low lunge. I'm just going to keep my hands on the floor for this one. So fingertips on the floor. Nice deep breath in and out. And I'm going to pivot round into Skandasana. Like that. Hands at heart. So this foot doesn't have to be flat on the floor. You might be up on your toes and using your hands to balance, which is absolutely fine. And then we're going to switch to the other side, Skandasana on the other side. So if you can, try and use leg strength to get there, but you can always use your hands to help you get over if you need to. And then transition into that low lunge on this side, fingertips to the floor. And then into a forward fold. Roll it up to mountain. And we're going to go into a 5-pointed star. So legs out wide, nice and straight, toes pointed at a diagonal, arms out at a diagonal, so 5-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and out. And what I want you to do is breathe in and roll down, hug yourself. And then breathe out and really stretch everything out. You're pointing your crown chakra up to the universe, to the sky. Your hands are doing the same thing. I want you to imagine you've got a white light coming out of the top of your head, like a little cylinder, which is pouring in all the goodness and everything from the universe. Not like a supervillain, not all of the goodness. You're not like, you know, Saturday morning cartoon villain, like, you know, taking in all the happiness from everybody. But you're just pulling in happiness and positivity from the universe into this crown chakra and just letting it flow all around your body like a nice white light, or whatever light makes you happy, whatever colour light makes you happy. So it might be gold, might be pink. The chakras have their own colours, but it doesn't mean you have to use that colour in your imagination. Whatever makes you happy. Think of whatever energy you want to be pulling in, whatever colour makes you happy and positive, pull that energy in. And from your fingertips as well, what I imagine is like, for some reason they're pink, but like pink lightning bolts going into my fingers when I reach them out, and just going through, all the way through my body, and just filling it with love and positivity and happiness. So breathing in again and out. Grow taller as you breathe out and lift up. Think drawing that energy in, that positive energy. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to go into goddess. Ooh, excuse me, I'm getting a bit carried away. If you fumble, that's fine, it happens, it's normal, so don't worry about it, just carry on. So you might want to bring your feet in just a little bit more. Dip down, bending those knees, cactus arms into goddess pose. And here, you're still working with the crown chakra, you still want to pull all that energy in from the universe, that positive energy, that happiness, but you're also grounded in your feet, solid base, root chakra, pointing more towards the floor, to the earth. So you're bringing positivity in from the earth as well, like roots, coming from your root chakra, down your legs, out your feet, down into the earth, and just absorbing positivity and happiness and all that from the earth. In a good way, like I said, not in a evil cartoon villain that's, you know, trying to absorb all the happiness from everyone and everything. And then we're going to go into yogi squat, malasana. So bring your feet in a little bit more and squat down. You might be on your toes, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to have flat feet. So you might be up on your toes, needing to use your hands a bit for balance, which is fine. Breathing in and out. And again, you're very grounded here in this pose. Your feet are on the floor. Your root chakra is pointed towards the floor, very near to it. And so you're just absorbing all the goodness that the earth wants you to have. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to be grateful. It wants you to be positive. And it's just, you're absorbing that. But not forgetting your crown chakra, that white light just bringing stuff in from the universe as well. So you're getting it from both directions. And onto our bums. Nice easy pose, so cross-legged seat. I'm just going to finish off with a little hip stretch. So I'm going to bring my left foot in, right foot in front of the left, and then breathe in and fold forward as I breathe out. Roll it up. And then switch legs, so right leg on the inside, left leg in front. Breathe in and out as you fold forward. Roll it up. Just sit in a normal, easy pose again, so cross-legged seat or whatever's comfortable for you. Breathing in, arms up. And out. Breathe in, arms up. Hands to prayer position. Bring them to your crown, third eye chakra. And just bow, and then bring them to your heart chakra. And just remember what you've got gratitude for, what you've got to be positive about, what you want out of life, how to get there. Make plans. Plans are good. You know, anything that's positive. Trying to move more in a positive direction in any way that feels good for you. I hope this one helped you. Hopefully I will see you in the other 4 videos that I've got in this series. They're all really good. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments below. Like it. You should be able to see a subscribe button at the top of the screen, even now or in a minute. And there'll be a link to one of the other videos as well if you want to try one of the other ones out as well. So hopefully you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.